spontaneous, so you get more out of it.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Well, it's a completely different story, but it's much interesting. Yeah, something all the blunders and everything is happening live, and okay, people can watch it. Obviously, this is not live, and we will cut something out of it. So if you say something which you don't wanna see later, you let me know. Okay. Before we really start. It's, IQ tests, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's plenty. I never can finish it, I have to admit. So yeah, if somebody can finish it, I think he's a genius. Yeah, I never can finish one, but usually they ask you to do something. So I will ask you to do. I'll show you 3 pictures, and you should choose one which doesn't belong here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. No, it's not what. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this one. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, this one.
Well, you see, this is one of those wonderful ones, because the obvious choice is that the color one is the odd one out.
Yeah, exactly. So
the non-obvious choice is that the one in the middle is ruled out because that's of a different person.
It's not a different person, it's you.
No.
It's not you. I was sure it's you. I thought it just.
And the really smart people can also spot that the one on the far right can also be the odd one out because the other 2 are bold.
Okay, so there is no answer for this.
Well, there's 3 answers, and this is it. This actually happens in IQ tests. They have to be very carefully built, and for any IQ over 160, they need a different test.
I honestly never believe it. I said this as a joke that I never passed one, but it's kind of joke. Yeah, I always find it's difficult, and especially mathematical part I find difficult. And I'm a mathematician. I graduated from university and everything. So, yeah, I don't know.
Probably the test thing. It's probably something psychological. The minute you know you're on test, it interferes.
Well, it might be true, but my personal experience in my life, I always were very good at tests. So tests under pressure, I do better than average. Okay.
But a proper IQ test is always timed.
In computer, I think it does. Well, I can't remember.
You usually get 20 minutes, something like that, for one of the proper IQ tests. Some of them are 40 minutes. But for Mensa, there are actually 3 separate tests. There are 3 different IQ tests, and they average the score, just to make sure you didn't get a paper that was, particularly suited to you, or a paper that was particularly against you.
Yeah. Okay. I have another question. It's not IQ question. It would be kind of historical question. I'll give you a quote, and you have to tell me who said it: Socrates, Platon, or somebody else. Okay. Let's go here, and it's. Okay.
You've been having fun, haven't you? Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's pioneer marketer SEO. Okay, so what is saying is because I can't really understand what is saying. Can you explain?
We were talking about semantics, of course, in search, and one of the big shifts in recent years is that instead of just recognizing, oh, this is this word, it's about understanding that word and understanding what it applies to, understanding some meaning to it.
Okay, and the answer is Ammon Jones.
Yeah.
Ammon Jones. Okay, great. Okay, so we know the answer. You were right. Semantic, I never really understand the word. Can you, in 5 words, explain what semantic is?
What semantic is?
Yes.
The meaning of sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
It-
Sounds.
it's meaning. Semantics is meaning. It's about usually it's applied to language, but there are semantics to other things as well. But there's a lot of different parts to it.
Okay.
Because
So
a
for
lot of
five.
what we talk about when we talk about semantics, we also mean context, because sometimes the word changes because of the context it's in.
Okay. So one word could be one meaning, but if it's yeah, inside something could be some different meaning and different inclination. Yeah. Okay. For 5 words, one more quote for you. You simply cannot be a one-trick pony if you expect to last. The minute you stop asking what is coming next in terms of search engine capability, I guess in any terms, and just write whatever is working now, you've dug your own grave. Do you know who said that?
Yes, that was me. That was for
True. Yeah, right. You're doing
yes.
very well. 3 out of 3, kind of. Okay, so we've been doing very well. And the next one, I'll ask you, who is it? Who is in the picture? And if you answered, I won't be loyal.
Oh, that one I do not know.
I'm pretty sure. Neither do I. So it's you. Yeah, it's you. According to Bing. According to Bing, it's you. And the next picture.
Well, I know the movie that's from.
Yeah. Okay. But do you know who is it actually?
It's certainly not me.
It is you. According
No.
to Yandex, it is you. According to Yandex, it's you. So Yandex, of with Russian, think you're nuts. Yeah. Oh, I don't know why. I think it would be it for quiz today. Unfortunately, I'm not very good in Chinese. So Baidu, yeah, I couldn't really type Ammon Jones. I just have no keyboard for it.
Oh, you see, you first translate it in Google Translate, and then you stick the translation into
Yeah, yeah, but Google Translation is
yes.
not particularly perfect. Yeah, Google it's a different story. Okay, I planned that this one would be a short one, so we probably will cut all the quiz part. And instead of doing professional thing, which we do every Tuesday, you're doing professional. Well,
No. Tuesdays are just for fun.
yeah, but still you're talking about kind of professional thing. I just wanted to
It's
know.
fun between people who happen to work in the same sort of business.
Yeah, it's fun.
Not always.
It's fun if you understand everything. If you understand every other word, it's much less fun. Believe. I can assure you. Okay, so it's a completely different story. Forget about professional. I just want to ask you some personal questions. I mean, your personal, your life questions. Obviously, we've seen pictures of you in different epochs and different nation. Well, okay. So, well, we're more or less the same age. Well, I'm 1 year older than you are actually, but doesn't matter. Obviously, we grown up in completely different. So, my life experience absolutely no matter. So, could you tell me about your family?
Not a lot. I don't tend to talk about my family. Not too much the family I'm with at the moment.
Okay. Just give me picture. Was it a palace?
Oh God, no. I was born in southeast London, very ordinary, sort of down market area of the world, a place called Peckham, and
yeah,
it had a lot of street crime. It was the kind of place where, well, my mother actually once got mugged passing the police station. Literally outside the police station.
that's probably was the safest place to mug because all police were just on the streets, you know, as usual. Okay. Okay, what school? What school did you go? Was it a public school?
No, no,
No.
ordinary, regular, education for the area. However, my mother had been a teacher.
Hmm.
Both of my parents were Mensa members. I was, reading everything I could get hold of, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um,
So, were you good at school at particular subjects, math or chemistry?
maybe, but if so, the teachers didn't really. I knew I was good at reading. I was told that. I was told I was good at English at writing.
But you good at English. No, I don't mean English, but yeah, you can write. It's absolutely clear. So was it clear when you were a kid?
Apparently, yeah.
Did you write a novel or something?
No, but I did write poetry and short stories, and all the things that teachers make you write. And I won some competition from local libraries, which was about writing either a short creative piece or a poem, something like that. Some piece of prose won a prize.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so you graduated from school. Did you go to university?
No,
You didn't.
not straight away. I ended up going to college later as part of my job. I took a job that had some in-service training, and part of that training meant going back to college.
But just after the school, what did you do?
Well, I was working 2 or 3 jobs to basically keep a roof over my head. I was living on my own at 16.
Okay, me too, actually. But any particular job? Could you mean something special, or just a job?
Anything that paid the bills. I was working as a cleaner, a cashier, and a labourer. I was carrying things and cleaning things and looking after some some cash in a change office.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened next?
Well, I was looking for actual work, and I found a job working with the Inner London Education Authority. They wanted school technicians, and they wanted technicians for doing what they called audio-visual aids, which is teaching materials, learning resources. And yeah, that involved a bit of printing and some posters and occasionally doing audio and video, certainly, running the machine.
Okay.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I was basically trying to experience lots of things while I figured it out.
Figure it out. Did you figure it out?
No, I didn't until the internet came along.
Okay, so you told me you were you worked for London Underground, and from good to some kind of some programming job, yeah. Okay, and after that, internet come around, and what? It's like a lightning, and you understand it was your thing. Or how did it happen?
Partly, I throw myself body and soul into jobs when I'm doing them. Although I had a lot of jobs, I always did quite well in them. I worked in security for only a couple of years, but I got promoted as high as you could get in that time. I went from a grade 1 security guard through 3 grades of security guards up 2 grades of the supervisors. I worked in retail for a while and ended up as an assistant shop manager doing shift leading and the keys to the store and the safe so that I could lock up at weekends. I'd only worked there 6 months. I was always interested in how things work, and that meant I learned jobs very quickly. I usually improved them And I've always said that part of my thing, the thing that ties all of my jobs together, is I tend to be the intermediary between people and systems.
Yeah. Okay. So internet come into your life. What was it? When was it? 1995, something like that. Earlier than that.
94.
94.
Yeah, and I'd been playing games with friends on computers for a little while, mostly, you know, the old Atari STs and things like that. We knew that, you know, if you had the internet and a proper PC, you know, there were more games available. People shared them. You could get more mods and you could modify the games and things like that. So there had been an interest. When I started doing shift work with London Underground, I was at London Underground for 5 years altogether. I was getting home at ridiculous times, and back in those days, Great Britain had 4 channels. There were 4 channels of TV, and only one of them was actually broadcasting at night at all. And it was broadcasting garbage. There was one channel to watch, and it basically meant Prisoner Cell Block H was on every night, which is an old Australian prison drama about a woman's prison.
Well,
given that, you needed something to do, and the internet was what I went to. Well, computer games and the internet.
Yeah. Okay. What happened next?
I worked out how to build websites, and then I built some websites for some friends, and then I built some websites for some friends of friends.
Okay, you saying that you worked out how to build websites. I mean, coding, particular coding. Yeah. So you know how to. Well, you did know at that time. What was that? Was it HTML? Wasn't there? Probably.
Oh, HTML, yes, for the websites, but I did a little bit of. Well, I programmed bots for internet relay chat. I had one of my early sites was a scripting resource for one of the popular clients of the time.
How did you learn it? As well, HTML kind of easy, but bots is I guess it's a little bit, well, that's the next stage to do, isn't it?
Again, most computer languages are a lot simpler than a real language. Usually the language only has a few hundred words in it. You know, when you compare that to, you know, English language and sort of 70,000 words, picking up a language that's only got a couple of hundred isn't that difficult at all.
Well, yeah, but it's just, I think it requires, I mean, coding requires totally different mental set.
Yeah, you kind of have to think logically, but logical thinking, you know, I guess that was always there. The thing is, I'd always worked out, how does this system work? How can it work more efficiently? I'd done that through all of my jobs. It was always my thing. I like to know how things work.
Okay, but at that time it wasn't a business. It was just a kind of pleasure.
Yeah, that was passing the time while working on the underground. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened like when it became a business?
When my health got bad and I had to stop working for the underground. So I actually love that job. I probably would have stuck doing that for years. I'd have been one of the station
supervisors. By now you probably will be general director of London Underground. I have no doubt about that, or deputy at least. Yeah, well, because you're from a wrong background, you won't be a director. You would be a deputy.
I'd have become one of the line managers.
We know
each part of the underground is separated off into lines, and there were managers for each line. I might well have got to line manager.
Yeah, but yeah, we know England, you have to be from right family to get on to the up top. Yeah, so you could be a deputy. Okay, forget a London Underground. So what was your first business project? Where you got money? Okay, so you just build. How did you get clients?
Well, as I said, it started off, I built a website for myself, then for my friends, then friends of friends.
Okay.
And then it got to friends of friends of friends who needed to offer you something.
Okay, so it was
for you to do it.
Word of mouth. Yeah. And obviously your marketing experience was you just build the good stuff, and it works.
Pretty much. Those early websites, I mean, they were very different.
No, I'm not saying that today this websites would be great, but at the time you just build something.
Oh, even at the time, I mean, expectations were lower. But then it got to be, okay, let's give this a go. Let's do this. So, put up my own agency page, for building websites.
But obviously SEO
then it got to be, SEO didn't exist. No. I still hadn't discovered anything more general. It wasn't until clients had websites and then said, okay, we like the website. Our customers seem to like the website. But where's these millions of people we heard were online? And so I started figuring that system out.
Yeah, Google didn't exist at the time.
No.
No. So what was it? Alta Vista something?
Alta Vista was the new kid on the block. In the very early days, you were looking at Northern Light and Infoseek.
I can't even remember those ones.
Web One.
Yeah. Okay, so but when SEO, not only for you, but just generally, when SEO started, how would you think? How would you describe? When was it?
98 as a term, but I'd say it existed in all but name in 97.
Yeah, it's a name, but not up to etymology.
Well, I just answered both.
Yeah,
said,
okay.
As a name, 98, and not as a name, 97.
Okay, but what is connected to? It's connected to Google, or you think SEO been born?
Google didn't become important until 2000. In the UK, still it wasn't the major engine until 2002, 2001, 2002.
Yeah, well, it was quite popular in 2000.
In 2000, Alta Vista was one of the big ones. Inktomi was quite big. MSN was quite big. It hadn't become Bing, but it was still MSN. Yahoo, Ask Jeeves when it was still Ask Jeeves.
Yeah. Okay. So 2000, 2001, UK, Google is there. What you were doing at that time?
In 2001, I was working with a startup. I'd taken the opportunity to work in-house with a client I had been consulting for. They were German-owned.
So it was a job, wasn't a business at that time.
What was?
You said you were in-house. You working in-house.
I went in-house for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's only particular year. Okay. Google in full swing. I don't know, 2002, 2003. Are you a businessman at that time, or you still in-house?
No. I was. Let me see. 2003. I was working on my own stuff. I did even when I was in-house.
Yeah. Okay. But
I was
it
with
SEO
2 other
already?
agencies.
You finished with web design, and you were doing SEO.
Oh, I finished with web design in 97.
Why?
Because all through 96, the year after, a year from me starting, it was clients coming to me saying, we want you to do that traffic thing. Do we have to have a website to get that traffic thing you've been doing for, George or Neville or whoever had told them that they were getting good results?
Okay, so it was just more money, or you just think it's much more interesting stuff?
There was more demand.
More demand means more money.
Already, I was seeing that I have a certain amount of artistic talent, but I look at the work of a real designer, and I do not have that eye. I do not have the eye that they have. So I can think about processes all day long, but when it comes to just that ability to do a stunning design, I don't have that.
Yeah, but well, that's kind of very strong thing to do, to tell you, at least yourself, that I'm not good enough. Are you that honest?
I do that all the time.
Yeah, so you that honest. You do something, because before you were saying you tried so many jobs and you thought you were quite good because you were just going through the ranking very fast, and here you stopped doing it because you said, well, I'm not good. Not good enough, yeah.
To a large extent, I've done that with other jobs before. I've got this need to be the best.
Okay, are you the best?
No, but I'm one of the best.
Yeah,
I'm in that echelon. And
no,
if you're not going to be one of the best, why do it at all? Find the thing that you are going to be.
Provocative question. If you ask somebody, "Are you the best?" and he says, "Yeah, I'm the best," it's probably he needs his head checked. Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying it, but you're one of the best. You're one of the most respectable one, and interesting enough, you reach kind of technical, because I've seen so many of SEO, and there are several type of them, and a lot of them just a lot of good nice talking. Yeah, so they're just talking from one occasion to another and go, and you're doing quite well technical stuff without technical, well, I can't say technical background, without, don't want to say proper education either. I want to try to say, without going to university, without go to university, polytechnical stuff, the things. Well, but you don't. Yeah, we're going out of time because I didn't want to be too long. Yeah, so I'll cut this part. I'll stop broadcasting.